This is the world premiere of the Marcopolo ATTIVi. We are in Brazil to test drive the first ever produced Marcopolo product with a complete chassis and body. This is not a separate chassis and a separate body like Marcopolo always have produced, but now they have produced their first electrical bus with the integrated chassis and the body. This is Marcopolo ATTIVi.
So the vehicle we have here behind me is an electric bus, 100% Marcopolo. It's a city bus version where it's developed, designed and built in Brazil at Marcopolo using worldwide known components. One of them is the WEG engine, which is Brazilian as well. It has 12 pack of batteries, CATL batteries brand, and it has 396 kilowatts of power and an autonomy of approximate 250 kilometers, depending of course on the application of the bus. We have plug-in chargers which vary, the charging time varies, depends on the charger, which goes from 4 hours to 6 hours charging the vehicle. Okay, so this vehicle has 12.2 meters of length, but it can go from 12 to 13 meters, and the interior can be completely configured, depend on the city obligation and the customer needs. Nowadays, the market of these buses is mainly Brazilian, but of course we evolving and developing it to be in every market, Latin America and African markets, which are our main markets nowadays.
We just launched the ATTIVi bus. It's an integral bus. The beauty of this bus is that normally we receive the chassis and we have to develop a body to couple with the chassis. In this case, we did the opposite. So we developed the body of the bus and we put the chassis in a way that fits to the bus. This is good. It makes the bus better in terms of passenger capacity and even the comfort and distribution of passengers in the bus. It's important to mention that this is just the beginning of this solution to the market. We produced 30 buses. We are also producing a batch of another 100 buses. The bus is lighter, new technologies, we put new features, some composites. So a lot of technology put in terms of materials on the bus to make it lighter and robust at the same way.
Welcome on board to the brand new world premiere of a Marcopolo ATTIVi. And now we need to say that this is a prototype. We have just moved from the factory to the test track, and here you can see the sides. Nothing here is finished. So let's see that we do have a seat belt. Attach that one so we're seated safe. And first of all, I need to say that this driver's seat, it's a very simple version. This is specified for the Brazilian market, but still, even though it looks kind of simple, it is surprisingly comfortable. But there is no armrests here, so here you have to trust your own arms when you are driving. We have a manual curtain here to the left, and we also have a manual window on the side. But take a look at this, it's a huge side window, but what I would love to see from Marcopolo in the future is lowering down the window. Here it's a big blind spot and there is no mirrors to the left to cover this blind spot. To the left I have one standing mirror, and to my right I have also another standing mirror. There is no wide angle mirror here, and I don't actually even know if they can deliver with electrical mirrors, but I do guess they can do that because they do that on the coach line as well. And here is another fancy window. I can open this one. Up here there is also installed a fan, and I guess on very warm days that's very attractive to have. To my left, we have a manual parking brake, and we have the door buttons here to the left. Continue here, we have kneeling functions, and we have an extra parking brake, and we have the main switch for the battery. The steering wheel, very simple and nice and easy. Only have one switch, and that's to the left of the steering wheel. And this is for the blinkers and the wipers. Then we have some function buttons here to the right. You can turn on and off the lighting inside, and you have the warning blinker. Then you have the transmission, the regular D and R, and under the transmission there is this card solution that you have to insert as a driver to be able to drive the bus. Also a cool function. Here you can insert this one, and then you have your own armrest or also a protection shield. In the dashboard we have everything that we need. To the left we see the speedometer, and we see also the pressure of tires. In the middle we have a big multimedia screen where you see all the information you need. Right now we see 0 km/h, and we see also that we're standing in neutral. We can see that we have 132 kilometers left before the battery is empty, and you can also see the temperature outside, the time and the date. To the right, it's the meter for the battery. You see how much you're using or how much you're regenerating. So here is everything that you are used to from an electric bus, and it's fun to see that Brazil is now coming up with the first electric bus from Marcopolo. This is nothing you order, you take a chassis, you build a bus. Here you build the whole complete bus from the beginning. Everything is made by Marcopolo. And one of the reasons why Marcopolo is actually building their complete own electric bus, because they have tried to import electrical buses from different sides of the world before, including China, and they hadn't been satisfied with the quality. And also in Brazil, it's a very high tax for import of buses. And this is because Brazil wants to keep their product Brazilian. So they rather want to produce here and make the product themselves instead of importing from different countries. A way to stop the import, but also a way to create a proud Brazilian electric bus. And I wish I could take this bus out on the road today, but we didn't get the permission to drive it ourselves. So instead, let's go and take a little look at the passenger area of this bus. This is the interior of the Marcopolo ATTIVi, and as you can see, it's a little bit different spec in a Brazilian bus than we have in the European bus. But still, I think it's very light, it's spacious, but it is differences from Europe till Brazil. Like here we have the yellow poles, but they are much lower than we are used to in Europe. But here I would crash my head if I was standing and waiting for something, or a bump will come, and Brazil have a lot of bumps, I can promise you that. Especially here, I would love to rise up the yellow pole, because here you have the wheelchair, and then you walk in and you will hit your head if you are even close to my height. They have risen it up with a door, but it's not even 2 meters. If I just lift my toes a little tiny bit, I will crash on this yellow pole. And now I want to show you something we didn't see on buses or trams in Europe for many years. This is somehow a counter. Every time you pass this one, you count a number down on the floor. And here, see now, oh, here, it's actually a ticket place. Here is actually a person sitting, selling tickets. Hello, sir. So where do you go today? Ah, Rio de Janeiro. Good choice. We have 2 steps to enter the normal floor version, and let's try the seats. The seats are very functional. You sit down, you have a great vision of the bus, and here the yellow poles are moved very good. On the other side we have a manual window, so you can open up if it gets too hot, even in the back of me. It's very wide here. You see you have a lot of space, a lot of environment. Big wide back door. It's even a mirror here for the driver to see that everything is working. And the back seat is functional, it's spacious. Marcopolo has really made a bus with functionalities.
We just put in the market and we are testing the performance of the bus. The initial results that we got is that even being something very new to Marcopolo, we are hitting good targets, so very well comparable to players that are in the market for many, many years.
The customers are very satisfied with the performance and the quality of the buses, and we think, Marcopolo think that will be a very successful model.
Thank you so much for watching the video here today. And if you like what you see, please click down here. The button is called subscribe, and then you will see all the future videos from us here in Bussmagasinet. Until next time, drive safely and have a great day.